Why can't you give me the respect that I'm entitled to?
Hello, all you souls out there. Welcome back to ACO. If anybody hasn't been here before, this is my bigger ones where I go a little bit into deep dives, but we always have fun. I do it in chapter form. And at the end of each chapter, I have what I call commercials. And those are things that I find funny online, parody skits, things like that. This one's packed, you guys. It's fun. It's probably nothing like you think it's going to be. I can assure you of that. And I'm excited. And we have a brand new Sam at the end, which is always great. We have great commercials. And yeah, let's just get to it. So you guys, I thought it'd be fun to change up how I put my chapters out. So we all know that here we are Sarcasm and Snark University, and this is Sarcasm and Snark 101. Class is always in session on this show, and I'm your Professor Lara, and this is the first chapter, and it is called Looking at the Disaster Commonly Known as Thick and Thin, and the updates. So I'm going to go through all the updates that I find pertinent, and then I have a killer of a second chapter, and then our Eco water cooler gossip. And yes, what you see, that little lovely photo of her, there'll be different ones for every chapter. So, all right, let's go forward. Okay, so before I get into all the nitty gritty, and by the way, you guys, grab some popcorn, a cuppa, whatever you got to do. We're going to settle in here for a little under an hour, I suspect, with commercials, of course. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of fangirling because that's what I like with Catherine. And when I saw this, I was like, isn't that amazing? She had this reunion with a Holocaust survivor at the end of January, and it's just, man, you know, pictures say 1,000 words. It literally makes me speechless how beautiful that is. And here she is at a woman's prison. That look on that lady's face is priceless. It tells you that people feel comfortable around Princess Catherine. But I have a very, very short little clip, and I just wanted to play it because we can actually hear her talk. And it seems so rare to hear Catherine talk. So, I just wanted to share that.
The mother's well-being alongside it, because actually, whilst it's important to sort of look at the baby's needs and focus on the baby, actually for that baby, the best thing for it is to have a mother who is also equally well supported, particularly around well-being and their own emotional needs, especially if they've experienced trauma.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, one of the moms I've just been speaking to says she's formed such a much stronger attachment to her baby in this environment that she did back home with her previous two, and how grateful she was for that support. It's fantastic that this exists, actually, because as much says, the data shows us how important attachment and bonding is for the social emotional development for very young babies, and the fact that you're able to do this right from the moment of actually even pre-birth.
Yes, absolutely. It's beyond great.
And it's great.
Isn't Catherine just the greatest? I just absolutely adore that woman. I really, really do. So I'm going to kind of pick up where I left off. And I left off basically ranting and raving about what these two fools were doing at the Invictus Games. So I'm not going to get too much into it. Everything's going to be pretty fast, kind of lightning fast. So I hope you can keep up. So this was on Royally Sage on X. Yeah, this is the look of love right here. Absolutely. There were so many pictures, you guys. I'm sure you've seen them all. I'll have a few here of what they really felt. And you can just tell. He looks at her like, oh my God. Oh my God. Who are you and why am I with you? So I very, very much hope and pray that something happens about this disgusting display from these sugars to Tom Bauer. I made a short about it. I was appalled But then to see this from the SS podcast, they have a podcast, you guys. Are you kidding me right now? I love this. Lovely to see Auntie reunited with Harry. Auntie's known in the sugar world as, well, Auntie, because she's been with them forever. So there she is in 23. And look at her in 25. And look at that idiot. Oh my God, I cannot stand him. Some investigation needs to be done because what happened to Tom Bauer was disgusting on every level. And y'all know that. But I didn't know if you'd seen this. So massive proof that not only did he know about it, he approved. Ugh. You can see they have all the crowds on the left there. And that's where the camera always was. Because look at the stadium, you guys. It's on 2 separate occasions, okay? Yeah. I just wrote, oh, the crowds are incredible. The clapping must have been thunderous. This is right before she left, too. So they were all there. Those people were there to watch Chris Martin, Katy Perry, Nancy Furtado, all that. Not for Harry and Rochelle. I thought I would just show 6 of her ensembles because it'd be remiss if I didn't. Her and her beige and her browns and tans and ugh. So this is from Lost Beyond Pluto. I was watching her show and I saw these and I wanted to thank her for them. So I didn't have to go and do this because I have done a million collages, you guys. She's so colorful since she left the RF. Isn't it amazing? My God. What did she have? Something like 8 winter coats for 3 days or some ridiculous thing? What? All right then. Well, like I said before, I heard that, well, our government did turn her down for money, and I will get there. But I heard that, yeah, that there was 24% of the donations to Invictus that went to her clothing and stay. So isn't that something? So I showed this before, but it bears showing again because I believe this was a big reason why she screwed up. The sponsors left. Veterans left. It was a gong show. I mean, yes, the one on the right wasn't an Invictus, but the one on the left was when she was reading to those kids. I have it on short and on another show. So I have some very uniquely Canadian things coming up here quickly. However, this pissed me off too. What are you doing there? She's in like this massively expensive puffer coat that looks the same as the Invictus but won't wear the Invictus. What? So I just put in there what I thought that they thought of each other. Basically, I hate you. Try to make them into memes so they don't piss me off so much, you guys. This told so many tales, you know. She tried very hard, didn't she? But she couldn't quite keep it up. Because on the left is no cameras, and then she saw the cameras, and it's like, oh, kissy, kissy, poo-poo. And then I heard what she was saying, smile big, or big smiles, or some stupid thing. From, I think, Angela 11. I can't remember who. Anyhow, it was a colossal disaster. So this definitely cracked me up. She was windswept, you guys. Windswept. Rochelle arrives back in California on private jet. Shocker. After leaving Harold behind at Invictus Games, as she reveals gifts for Archie and Lilibet and says she is cheering her husband on from home. What about the veterans, bitch? Okay, this is what I loved. Reading, farewell, the staggering request of $50 million for their fees was declined. Yeah, we declined that. Are you kidding me right now? Do they really think they're worth $50 million? Oh, holy crap. And there she is, all windswept, kicked out of Canada and kicked out of the UK. Is she working her way through the Commonwealth? She sure like, how come no rictus grin at the cameras there, Rochel? Do you not have your wig on? Your hair looks a little shorter. I don't know. She's hiding her face anyway. Probably bombed out of her tree. So Rochel leaves, and we will get to that, you guys. And then there's just a few photos of Harold. Yeah, he's straight as an arrow in them, isn't he? He is just loaded beyond belief. He's very happy she's gone, though. And I heard about that blonde woman giving him some sort of bracelet or something. So who knows? So very briefly, I did a short on this, on the coverage of the snow, we'll call it. So I saw this and I thought, okay, I'll just bring it up real briefly for someone who hasn't seen it. But if you haven't, please go check it out. It says, there was also an article in today's Daily Mail where Harry was working the crowds at the IG. A guy came up to him and asked Harry to sign his copy of Spare. All quite innocent, you'd think. Harry responded by saying, not right now, I'll catch you later. Too many cameras around. Why? My devious mind thought, what's inside that book? It would have taken a few seconds to sign the book. Draw your own conclusions. You guys, there was a lot of weird stuff going on over here. A lot of weird stuff. This one says there's a photo with Hank appearing to shake hands with a Ukrainian man and quickly taking a small plastic bag, clearly trying to conceal it. Harry was told to look for the guy in the vibrant green hat. Look at that hat. Solid green, no logo, nothing. I just have my screenshots of the footage up there because, you guys, I have all of it, the whole footage. It's a different angle than what's going on YouTube. It is a different angle. Go watch it. It's in my short. I can't put it on here because it's copyrighted. But I just left this short. I don't care about those if they're whatever. I don't make anything. Anyways, they're just to put info out. And that's what I wanted to do. So go watch that short. But yeah, it's very evident what's going on. It is. Closing off the Invictus part with these idiots. True dope and what a dope makes them both true dopes. A bromance? You betcha. I betcha. I cannot stand. Sorry, you guys. He's our prime minister and he is a horrible, horrible, horrible man. He's also a fame whore, as you can tell. Was a drama teacher who got canned for, well, you know, doing the nasty with 15-year-olds. Yes, absolutely. Take the mask off, Justin. You look like a moron. Good God, man. He's such an embarrassment to us. Oh. So she came home and brought her children these lovely gifts. And then I went and I recreated it Canadian style. Her flag isn't green. Why are you buying green? It's red and white or camo. So that's what I did. Camo. So everything is 1,000,000,000% real in my photo, except for the apricots, because guess what? They're not in season. And they're not in season over there either. But I do have one kind of cool little tidbit I can tell you about this. By the way, you guys, that took me like an hour to do that thing. Oh. This is the Timbit box. Timbits are the donut holes, okay? So basically we have a 10 box and a 20 box. And I don't know about anywhere else. I'm sure all my Canadian people can tell me if it's the same in your town. But in my town, we can only get those hockey ones with the 10 pack. And if that's the case, why are you only buying one 10 pack? Not to mention, I'm showing you out there in all those photos, the cardboard, everything, if you don't eat it in like an hour, it's harder than Henderson's arse, okay? It's like a flippin' hockey puck. And I used to work at Tim Hortons. I know about this shit. I'm telling you guys, like, could you be more cheap? I don't know. It's just a big joke to me. When I saw that as a Canuck, I'm like, oh my God, I have to put this here. I mean, I could go down the road right now and grab one of those in 5 seconds. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And of course, this just sets everything off. Is this surprising? Not at all. All they need to do, the lovely whales, is put a heart. This one over here needs to write a bloody romance novel, which I am not reading. And the thing that got me was her saying, "My love, I will eat burgers and fries and fish and chips with you forever." What? Wasn't she a vegetarian? That's the first thing I thought of. You had a fit at the wedding over an egg and a cake. Please, right now. This woman could not tell the truth to save her bloody life. How disgusting. And I don't even think that picture is real, but that's just me. So then we see this. So of course, what happens? Well, we all know what happens. Oh, how I love having grandbabies that are of the right age. My baby girlie down there is 3. Y'all saw her on my live. If you haven't, that's a shame. And if you want to, it's on Patreon. However, look at the size of her hands. And she even has one of them splayed out. And that was just by accident. Compared to the little girl up above, who's supposed to be Little Bucks. And yeah, I think we can call her that now because the bitch mother is merching her. So, Little Bucks to me. Anyway, not even close. That child looks to be like 7, at least. The hands? Yeah. And this little boy, I just said, this is a sad picture. It looks so sad to me. And I don't know who this little boy is, but she's used him more than once. And you can tell he's unhappy around her. And he's very tiny for almost 6 years old, no? Yeah, I don't think that she made this when she said she did. This video. And then we're gifted with another post of her 784th rebrand that I say as if, which is a Canadian thing, because you guys, I've been saying as if for like ever. If you listen to my videos, I'm always saying as if. So I was like, that's perfect. As if. Both of these, they're wearing the exact same clothes. It's the exact same kid. Not the same one in that, the one where they're doing the strawberries there. Obviously, this child's younger. But one of them, right, the left one is when in January when she said, right, of course, Catherine's birthday, when, of course, Guy died. Remember that? Oh, we'll get there. Anyway, and then on the right is now the new rebrand. But you guys, she couldn't even bother. Nice and blurry too, also. But is she paying hourly for this girl? Because you couldn't even put a pony in her hair and change her clothes at least. Go in a different part of the garden or something. Pretend it's another day. It was also rush. And she's literally putting this out like it's different times. She's a lunatic. And who the hell runs like that? You are a 50-year-old woman. Oh, what the fuck? I'm sorry, you guys. Wait, we have so much craziness coming up. This is nothing. I always start my stuff out tame, but it's going to get wild. So this was obviously when she was promoting it as With Love, Megan. But now it's as ever, was never, as if. And you guys look in the bottom with her cutting those strawberries. And then on the Netflix cooking show, I think it's the same day. Same knife and cutting board as the Valentine's Day clip. What? What right now? So my thoughts are this. Now, what do you guys think? She hired these kids or what have ya for her Netflix show. And then also used, and as an aside, make little videos to post on her Insta to merch her kids or whoever's kids. Because I don't believe Little Bucks even exist. But do you get what I'm saying? What do you guys think? That's what it's feeling like to me. Because it's all the same bloody day. What? So credit to Princess Carparkle on X. She put together all of Rochel's brands. What is this in the last year? Like, what? You guys, is she like the dumbest businesswoman known to man? Because like, this is crazy right now. So I saw this from Just Me on X and I cracked right up because she says, the bowl looks empty. And someone on social media who saw this thread, she already has a Shopify with her silly quote. That's hysterical, you guys. She didn't want that out. I know that. That's funny. So this is thanks to the Sidley twins, but a Spanish town considers legal action against Rochelle after logo for her luxury brand As Ever bears striking similarity to its coat of arms. Well, of course it does. She had to plagiarize it from somewhere, people. As if we didn't know that. Well, there you go. As if. There, I said it. I do all the time. But yeah. And then that stupid, the hummingbirds. Oh, yeah, it's all got something special. It means something. The hummingbird is the queen that came back and all this crap he said in spare. Like, please, 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 right now. You think the queen's coming back to Mon a shit show? I don't think so. Please. I think it's hilarious that she forgets, like, the most important things. You know, besides, like, actually having shit to sell. I was going to play the Insta clip, but I thought I won't torture us. If you guys want me to do it, I'll do a separate video with commentary on her clips, but unless there's a new one out, I'd rather kind of not in a way because, like, everybody's, it's oversaturated. Saturated. Okay. Now Trump says he would back legal action if Harold lied on U.S. visa application about drug use, as insiders warn he should be very worried indeed. Okay. As much as I would love to believe this, I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I don't think it's going to happen. I cannot see a prince of the British realm being in jail. I can see him running back to the palace, just like Andrew, and have sanctuary there, just like Andrew. So I'm going to end the chapter on this, and then we're going to go to commercial, because boy, do we need it. The New York Post, the Archwell Foundation, the California-based nonprofit started by Harry and Rochelle in 2020, doled out $146,500 to Gior Craig in 2023, an independent media strategist who has been called the Democrats' go-to for countering disinformation, according to a report. This pisses me off, and I do believe this is what I think might happen, you guys, is that they're going to be told they have to pay stuff back. That's what I could see happening. And they should. This is abhorrent to me. And you guys, I do know about all of the US aid and all that stuff. I don't cover it in depth at all because I'm out of my element. I am not American, and I don't feel comfortable talking about American politics because I don't know them that well. I mean, obviously I'm an adult and I can follow things, but, you know, I don't want to misguide any one of you. So, but it is disgusting what they are doing with that foundation. We all knew it. I mean, come on, right? Like, you'd have to be Helen Keller not to know that foundation was set up for nefarious reasons. That being said, let's have some funnies, and then we're going to get into a holy moly chapter, and it'll be a trigger warning with it. So, but let's have fun.
Where are you off to, honey?
I'm just nipping to the corner shop. We're out of wine.
Well, be quick. Don't forget, we've got that Green World Save the Planet conference later. The press will be there. All good publicity.
I won't be long. Make sure you put the caviar on ice.
With love, Catherine. Let's do it, bitches. I just love to bake. I have taste in everything. Oh, they look pretty. I love being me and not being fake. The smell of these fake flowers reminds me of someone. I have real skills. I call this me again's brains. There you go, boy. Me again's coloring book, not recipes. Steady on cheeky. Now, listen, honey comes from bees, not a shop. Let me show you, so you can't fake it. It's like teaching a child. Well done, Catherine. You are amazing. found these on Pinterest.
God, I'm really supposed to like cursey? I'm like, can I come up now, Your Majesty?
That's my grandmother you're talking about, witch.
Hello, Mr. Bauer.
Oh, how nice. I wasn't expecting the SS to turn up so quickly.
Why are you here? We know why you're here.
And yet still you're asking me.
You're here to dig up more facts about our goddess, Megan, aren't you? Admit it.
Yes, I do prefer facts.
Gotcha! On film!
Is there anything else I can help you with? Only, I don't want to miss any of the action.
You're just annoyed because the Princess Megan and His Highness Prince Harry are still so in love and can't keep their hands off each other, and she keeps kissing him full on the lips in front of everyone.
I did mean the games, but yes, the sideshow is worth noting.
And no doubt, when you write your sleazy book, you'll twist everything around and say they were only doing it to save their brand and convince everyone they're still a power couple.
Now there's a thought. And here's another one. Shouldn't the Troll Patrol go back in the hole before the sun comes out?
Alrighty, chapter 2. This one has a trigger warning, you guys, because I will be talking about some pretty gross stuff. But this one's called Guy and Guy. We have a real mystery here, and there's something nobody talks about, but I will. Okay, I wasn't too sure how to start this chapter, but I'm just going to start it this way. We're going to start it with Guy. It's not going to end there, but it's going to start there. What you see ahead of you is 6 pictures of Guy. Here are 6 more pictures of Guy. Take a good look at them all. And 6 more photos of Guy. 18 pictures of Guy. Does he look the same in all the photos? Nanalu did some really great memes for these, but what I want to do, I know there's a little bit of a back and forth about what dog is in that Valentine post. Now, this isn't going to be the same as everybody else's, and I have way other stuff to talk about than this. However, I do want to talk about who is that dog. So I put out a poll. So this shows 521 votes, and thank you so much for everybody who voted. So I said, here's something I would love your opinion on. The bottom picture is the dog that was in Rachel's fake Valentine post. Which dog do you think it is? Please choose A or B. Thank you all so much. Love, Lara. A few of them chose 3. I'm not sure. Maybe I misword or I didn't word it properly. But the bottom one is the only screenshot we have of the dog in the Valentine post. Now, option 1 is Mia. Option 2 is Guy. Look how many, 68% think it's Guy, but isn't Guy dead? How is it Guy? Did she do it before? Is it Guy? Which Guy? Look at all those photos I showed you guys. There's more than one Guy. Oh, yes, there is. So this was in my comment section, which was very intriguing. Someone posted that the dog Guy died in 2021, as per a Cut magazine article. So I went digging. So I found this, which is very intriguing, from Wikipedia. Rachel. In July 21, Rachel filed legal complaints, not suing, just complaints, against the Times for 2 separate articles. Rachel mourns death of rescue beagle Guy. Get this, you guys. It wouldn't let me go further. So here's one from the Times, and then the Cut article that I can't find either. Now, that was very interesting. Why wouldn't she sue? So I kind of have a little bit of a theory, but I'm going to go on. So up in the right is when they first landed in LA. Well, it was about April, I think. And I believe that was the original guy. Now look how big that dog is, okay? This also gives you a chance to look at all the other ones and see what you think if they're all guy. That picture on the left where she is walking the doll in Canada, there's Guy, but he has a coat on. I clipped off the other dog, but the other dog, the lab, did not. Why put a coat over one and not the other? And these are 2 months apart. Did Guy get sick and pass? What's up with that? Because I'm telling you, these dogs are all not the same, you guys. They just are not. So the bottom one is Mia and the top one is Guy. Is it possible? I know it sounds crazy, but is it possible that she got a beagle who has puppies and some of the same markings that are on Guy? I wouldn't put it past her to Photoshop some markings that weren't perfect onto some pictures. But to have a physical dog. Because I don't believe that that's the same guy all those years. I don't. To make things even trickier, I cut off the snout off of Mia and put it up against the screenshot. The coloring is very similar. Now, I don't know if it's Mia or if it's Guy, but if it is Guy, you guys, I know it's Guy, guys, it's not the original Guy, because the original Guy, in my opinion, passed away long before Rachel said that. So I'm going to touch briefly on what happened to Guy's legs, because I've been searching for the real answer for that as well. So Meg's dog, her beat up little beagle, was even more beat up of late. Harry wrote when Rachel first moved to the UK with Guy. He was badly injured. Days before Meg left Canada, Guy had run away from his minder. Of course he did. Rachel was at work. He'd been found miles from Rachel's house, unable to walk. His legs were now in casts, Harry wrote. Yeah, okay. Can I ask just a little question, though? If this happened in Canada, how was it that a UK vet fixed up Guy's legs? Did they just take him on a private jet plane with his legs all busted up? Because that's not where he got his legs fixed. It wasn't in Canada. So let's see. Rachel said in an interview that Guy broke his legs when he was out on a walk because he jumped a wall. And the ground on the other side of the wall was a lot lower. She described rushing him to the vet, but Harold said Guy fell down the stairs at Kensington Palace. What? What now? What? A staff member said the horrible duo were having a screaming row and poor Guy was barking in fear. So one of them grabbed him and threw him out of an open window. Take your pick. We're not going to get the truth from either one of those animal A-worders. Oh, okay. Let's see next. I read that Guy was thrown out of the window in a temper tantrum for urinating on the new carpet in Frogmore Cottage. And she killed her pet cat by feeding it grapes. And there was a rumor that she killed another cat while babysitting. I should have said on the live. Oh, sorry. What do you guys think? What have you heard? What story have you guys heard? So far, 2 different stories from Harry, a couple from Rachel, and then the staff members. I'd be more inclined to believe that the dog maybe peed, probably out of fear, and they threw him out a window or some sort of thing. Because I did look it up, you guys, and on a veterinary site. And for a dog to break both of those legs like that, there would have had to been a high impact, like a head-on collision type thing. So he would have like had to hit the cement at a high speed or very high up. Pretty much. It wouldn't have been like, oh, he fell down Kensington Stair. No. Sorry, no. Not happening. Not that. So now we're on Bogart. I know that she never talks about him, but I'd like to know how Bogart also had a broken leg. Did y'all know that? Because I didn't. And you know what? I can't find a damn thing about it. Nothing. It has been wiped completely clean, at least where I'm from. I don't even remember where I found this photo. I've had it for a long time. What in the hell is going on with these people? How did this dog break his leg too? My God. Her brother was right. Definitely, she should not be around children or animals, ever. I asked ChatGPT and it said too. Regarding Bogart, Roachel's Labrador Shepherd mix, there are no verified reports of him suffering a broken leg. Due to difficulties adjusting to Roachel's new living situation, Bogart was rehomed with close friends in Canada. Well, that's a crock of shit. That's not what happened. There's a few stories out there. But how come there's no mention of this dog hurting himself? Nothing. Zip. Zero. So, debunking the lie that Roachel's dog Bogart was too old to move to London. The truth is that Bogart was adopted as a puppy in 2012, was only 5 years old in 2017, so he was not too old to travel to the UK. Megs had to lie because abandoning Bogart was not a good look for a faux humanitarian. This aspect of her false narrative has always really bothered me, and I can't understand why more people don't call her out for it. Not only was Bogart not too old to fly, but given her penchant for private jets, she could have easily transported him overseas without the stress of sending him in cargo. True. And if that were the real reason, why didn't she reclaim him when she returned to North America? Is it he didn't like Harry? Excuse even true? Bogart got along fine with her ex Corey Vitiello. He lived with them and regularly posted pics with both dogs on his Instagram account. If it is true, it's certainly not flattering to Harry. In my mind, the one issue alone exposes her performative fakery. No true animal lover would abandon a pet, much less one she's had since he was a puppy and who was bonded with her other dog. She never stops talking about the minutiae of her life, but has never mentioned Bogart since. Begging her meal ticket was more important, and her dog was discarded as easily as she discards people. Absolutely. And I want to know what the hell happened to Bogart's leg. So I'm just going to go through a few of their atrocities with animals. We've discussed all kinds of Meg shenanigans. Some of those involved her pets. Why in the world did she feed her pet cat, named Archie, frozen grapes? At the least, it's stupid. At the most, it's cruel. Grapes can cause kidney failure in cats. Now it makes sense why her brother said to keep her away from animals and small children. Absolutely. And the stories just get worse. Harry and a close friend had been interviewed by police after two rare and legally protected birds of prey were killed on the royal family Sandringham estate in Norfolk last week. Royal immunity from crime. Well. Apparently, this particular bird was one that his father used to look at every day and loved. Now that's pretty sick and twisted, isn't it? Of course, we all know what he did to Drizzle, and this is actually her right before she passed. But what I didn't know was that this was his and William's pony. And apparently William was gutted, you guys. Just gutted. Could you imagine? I did not know that. Not that it's mad, it's still horrific. But it's like he just didn't give two shites, right? Oh, well, it's his brother, who cares? Like, what? And we've all seen this photo I believe the spurs were taken away from him after that, thank God. So Harold releases heartbreaking photos from Africa trip. He looks at the carcass of a rhino, which was killed by poachers at Kruger National Park. All right. Well, I have a little clip I want to show you that'll show you how the propaganda machine works real well.
Cause of Africa. You can't imagine anywhere like this existing without elephants. People can connect with them. One of the fears, sort of overcrowding of elephants and wondering where are we going to put all these animals, you know? In some countries the numbers are, you know, dropping unbelievably quickly. In other countries you've got, you know, almost too many. So there's this weird imbalance. So organisations like this need to constantly come up with new methods to move these animals, to care for them, to make sure that these places are looked after. And this is a challenge, it's a huge task. It's amazing to see such unbelievable creatures being moved in a way that you could never even dream of. Everyone's part of this, whether it's moving a leg and putting a strap on, whether it's helping. Every single person feels part of this. To be with elephants is such a massive beast. It's a unique experience. In a weird way, they know we're here to help. Otherwise, you know, the wake-up box would be a completely different story. And they're so calm, they're so relaxed. They need to be moved to another place. So this is the most efficient and least invasive way of being able to do it. I can tell you after 3 weeks, there's zero stress on these animals, and they're going from one beautiful place to another beautiful place.
I came across that on Google from 2016 in an ABC News article. But then look at what you really see. Crackshot Harry, the buffalo unaliver, picture emerges after Prince's call to protect wildlife. So it says the Royal Anti-Poaching Campaign embarrassed by photo of Prince Harry with the unalived buffalo. The royal family's campaign against illegal poaching has been dealt a blow by the appearance of a photo of Prince Harry with a unalived buffalo. Yeah, I would imagine it would be. Harold was just 15 when he stalked and unalived his first deer on the Scottish estate and described the moment he underwent his first blooding, an informal initiation ceremony in which someone's face is smeared with the blood of the first deer they have unalived. However, in September 2023, it was confirmed that the royals can no longer go hunting, deer stalking, or fishing at the 5-century-old Albergeldy estate located near Balmoral, bringing an end to more than 170 years of tradition. Do you guys remember this? An African adventure, Rochel and Harry are seen tending to an endangered bull elephant in stunning unseen pictures of their Botswana trip shared to Instagram. Well, you'll see that fella there. He's standing behind Harry because neither of these people were Rochel or Harry, but they put it on their Instagram and had everyone believe in it. Here are the photos. Do those look like Rochel's hands? Really? No, they don't. That was not these two fools who did this. Not that these are fools. That's not what I meant. You know what I meant. These two fools did not do this. But it's disgusting how they let everybody think they're these big humanitarians and they love animals and children and everything. It's all lies and fake. This is damn psychotic. Harry speaks at an African Parks event in New York City in 24. He's continued to promote it even while the investigation is going on. Oh, Sussex.com in 24. Huh. So I'm going to close this chapter with this because I'd be remiss not to remind everybody about what the Baka people are still going through. Watchdog Group says investigation into A word by African Parks is tainted. Absolutely, because they're using their own people. Yeah. It says it is not committed to publishing the results of the investigation or to implementing its recommendations. So in other words, they've done absolutely nothing. Not a word, not a thing, nothing. Zero, zip. So we must keep them in our thoughts and prayers and keep it always out there, guys. Always out there. All right, let's hit some commercials and then the last chapter. Oh, I must show this first. This meme Nana Lou made. Was Guy a cat or a dog? Guy died 21, 24, 25. We laughed hard when she made this one. Because these would be like, you know, the teenagers of the Invisikid teenagers. Too funny.
I don't know what happened to Prince Harry. I just think he had non-British sex for the first time and lost his mind. Like, she stuck her finger in his ass and he's like, do it again, I'll do whatever you want, I promise. Just do it. I'll write a book.
Started off, I wanted to like them. They were making interesting points about racism and misogyny, but then they start calling each other H and M, and I just thought, oh, do fuck off. Honestly, by the time Harry was describing a particular date with Meghan as the night they, quote, pulled the pin on a fun grenade, I actually started rooting for Prince Andrew.
Oh, Meghan Markle. Well, yeah, I think she killed the Queen.
Right, as far as I'm concerned, Prince Harry should have his title taken away and Meghan Markle should be burnt on the bloody stake. I've had enough of it. Well, actually, to begin with, it was Meghan Markle that I'd had enough of because of what she put the Queen through. Bless her, rest in peace. But honestly, his brother William and his sister-in-law Kate Rowe in America are doing the work that they're doing at the moment. So Harry thinks this is a good idea, you know, to put his Netflix trailer out to coincide with while they're there. I mean, that's like taking a dump in your brother's lunchbox before he goes to school. What is the matter with the guy? Talk about entitled, for fuck's sake. Meghan Markle, she's like this vampirial, emotional fucking leech. Why don't these people just go away? Take their titles away. Mr. and Mrs. fucking Markle, because he hasn't got his own surname. Stay in fucking California like you said you wanted to do. Have nothing to do with fame and fortune. And piss off.
Actually, I didn't even know there was still a monarchy in the UK.
But surely you'd heard of Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, of course. But I thought she was just another pop singer, like Queen Beyonce.
Alrighty. So, just so you know, all of the creators for my commercials are in the description of my video. Okay. So, chapter 3 is the ACO water cooler gossip chapter. You decide what you believe. It's always fun. So, I came across this, you guys, and I thought, is this why Netflix has kept them on and everybody else has canned their ass? So Rachel is an ex-worker of the night who has a history of being involved with influential men. She supposedly is paid by G. Soros for her Netflix trap. Rachel has provided services for members of the CCP and other rich men on private yachts. Well. Look at that. Is that why they're actually just following through with this stupid charade? Something to think about. Got a kick out of this one. Maddie for now says, I heard an interesting thing about Marcus that no one wants to associate with after his deep-fried friendship with the basket Markle. Watch this space because he's not too pleased with his failing career right now. This is a good one. She was equally furious that her battle with P&G was omitted. Kashner resisted revealing that Vanity Fair's fact-checkers had raised questions about his accuracy, and after consulting Procter & Gamble and advertising historians, had concluded they could not prove the whole story. Not the dish soap story? No. Love it. So you guys, my daughter put together a blind. So we're going to go into the wild, wild west. So anyone completely brand new, my daughter puts these together. So I don't read them beforehand so that I can laugh if there's laughter or be shocked or whatever. So anyway, it was August the 14th of 2024. The illiterate one and her husband are charging so much to news outlets for their photos that the news outlets are losing money. No one wants to pay what they're being forced to pay. One glamour magazine was told they would not be allowed to take some of their own photos. They have not been allowed and have been forced to use ones provided by the foundation, even though they don't match what is going on in real life. Shocker. I feel like $1 would be too much. Me too. Sweat-stained clothes. That picture made me want to vomit. I've never seen anything like it. Like, is she not wearing undergarments? I am stunned that she has visible sweat stains. And it's not the first time. I've never seen anyone as tacky as she is. Dress for the heat. Wear undergarments as I'm guessing she may not have. I was thinking, her and Andrew in the sweat. Perimenopause. Can't be that. She's a young mother. She's not young and we aren't sure she's a mother. True that. I went into peri at 40. It's been hell for 20 years since. Trust me, I think she's wearing short sleeves because her inner clock is in Menno overdrive. Okay. And I hope her Menno is 1 million times worse than mine. I hope she has a hellish young mother transition. I'm wondering if she wanted it to be known she wears no panties. 1 cent would be expensive. I would pay $1 for a legitimate and undoctored photo video of the invisikids. They've kept this farce up way too long. Save your money. The truth is coming. If the publications still want to pay for a photo, this is the one they should use. Sweaty. That was bad, you guys. This one I believe because it reads like someone set him down and told him to type it verbatim. My tinfoil tiara is tingling. I like that tingling tiara. Sounds like the law of supply and demand needs to catch up to these two. They are both public figures. Their photo, while in a public place, can legally be taken and used online. Or media can do what newspapers did before photography was available or while it was still too expensive. Drawings. Could you imagine? Could you imagine, you guys? I'd love that. If the mainstream media said, screw it, we're just going to use drawings, she would shit herself. How would she merge her crap? Oh my God. Look at that, you guys. She hasn't changed a damn bit, has she? Frick. Oh my God. All right. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Oh, I love this part because I always get to laugh with you with Sam because I haven't watched it, so I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, everybody, please press like if you liked it, comment, share, sub, all that good stuff. So much appreciate that. I love you guys, and there'll be a laughter break with this one that'll be coming out, and after this will be a tabloid talk. All right. I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, let's giggle. Bye.
Okay, just a quick update. Okay, after the unprecedented success of retrieving or getting a replacement for that $2 t-shirt that was signed by Billie Eilish for the girl who somewhere in LA who lost it from the wildfire. You know, after that success, Harry and I have decided to, widen the aperture and see if we can, replace some more treasured possessions that have been cruelly taken by the LA wildfires. Say hello, Harry. Hi, H here, notorious beta male and semi-professional juggler. Yeah, we just felt so good about ourselves from reuniting that girl with her favourite Billie Eilish signed t-shirt. We thought, why stop there? For example, we're sending this sandal over to Glenda Blender, whose favourite song is Return to Sender, because she believes this sandal was actually worn by Gandhi himself. But of course, she lost it in the fires, but we've replaced it, and we've even got it signed by the big man, haven't we, Megan? Yeah, we just called up Ben Kingsley, and he was happy to oblige, So, yeah, it's so thoroughly thoughtful and decent, of us to even think about those people who are victims in the wildfires. Okay, so we just thought, we haven't finished there. We are not going to stop there, are we, Harry? No, we haven't, Megan, no. And what pleases me most is this is exactly the kind of thing my mother would have done. Yeah, precisely. So you guys, what we have here is a pen that is believed to have been the one used by Ellen DeGeneres when she was renewing her marriage vows to Portia. Well, okay, not the one, because that was destroyed in the fire, but they just gave him a call, and we've got a replacement, okay? We have got a replacement. So, this is going to be getting sent straight off to, now what was his name? Patrick Prophylactic, who's a practicing chiropractic, okay? So I was going to lean over and put this in the out tray. I mean, is there any end to your generosity, Megan? I mean, you've already given me many years of happy marriage, and you'll give me what I no doubt will be a very painful divorce. Oh, that won't be for months yet, Harry. But last but not least, we've also got this man that we met. We made such a deep, meaningful connection with him. I mean, we really connected. His name was... his name is... I can't remember what his name was, but we connected deeply, okay, guys? And he told me, he shared this really emotional story about how he had a Union Jack coffee mug, okay, and it was signed by none other than Winston Churchill. You heard me right, Winston Churchill, didn't he, H? Yes, he did, Megan, but that was a little bit problematic. That's right, Harry. It's a little bit problematic, but don't worry. I've managed to fix the situation, okay? Rather than having this signed by a racist, imperialist bigot, I've managed to use my connections to get this one signed by none other than Sir Keir Starmer, okay? President of the United States of the United Kingdom. I mean, can you believe that? And he, far from being an imperialist, I mean, he's using all of his powers and influence to actively destroy his own country, like all good communists do. So, big thanks to Sir Keir, big thanks to Ellen, and a big thanks to Ben for making people's dreams come true and making me look like a much better person, okay? So now, these gifts ain't gonna send themselves, so I'm just gonna have to say ciao, okay? Ciao.